Welcome to Learn and Go Go, the podcast. Hey, everybody, it is Wednesday. Welcome to Learn and Go Go, the podcast. I am your host, Sydney. I am also the author of Everything I Need to Know. I Learned in Go Go, How a Preacher's Daughter Pole Danced Her Way to Finding Her True Self. I missed you guys last week. Thank you so much to everybody who has already hopped on here. I see Mortimer and Lizzie. Thank you guys so much for joining me tonight. I missed you so much last week. Rebecca's here. Kyler's here. Hi, guys. Happy Wednesday. Happy hump day. Hope it is an awesome week for you guys. And I cannot wait to hear what you have all been up to in the past 2 weeks. Because, like I said last week, unfortunately, I had to adult. I had to finish a project for work and it cut into my fun time. So I am so sorry for that. But thank you to everybody who is here, who's sharing this out. And I can't wait to see who joins us tonight. Oh, is Luna here too? Yay! Hey, Sydney. I'm so glad you're here too. Yes, so for me, I wanted to talk about this past weekend. It was amazing. So I know I have a lot of Troma fans on here, Troma friends, friends who have introduced me to the world of Troma, to the different characters, to the movies, to everything. And I appreciate all of you because that was a completely gigantic, I sound hollow. Interesting. Does this sound any better? Interesting. Hopefully this something sounds off. That's so weird. Hold on 1 second. Let me do this. And she's back. Does this sound any better? That made it worse. Yeah, I think I unplugged the microphone. Let's see. I definitely unplugged my webcam. My goodness, what is going on tonight? Let me see. Does this? Nope, that didn't work at all. Okay. Yeah, it's not picking up my webcam, which is odd because now I'm back on my computer camera. But does it sound better? As long as I sound okay, I really don't care if I don't look as crisp. So thank you. I'm glad that happened now and, you know, not halfway through the show. Okay, so anyway, let's see who we have here. We have Luna, we have Kyler, we have Lizzie, we have Mortimer, we have Johnny. Hey, good to see you. I am back. Yeah, sorry, I poofed out there for a second. Um, I'm really pissed because now I got this like webcam in the center of my computer and it's not even working. But that's okay. What we're gonna do is we're gonna get rid of this. And sometimes life just says, you know what? Throw this at you and you just gotta work with it. So hey, Anne's here too. And it's still Timmy. I don't understand why. It doesn't make any sense to me. I'm sorry, it's Timmy. Let's see. Oh, you know why? I think I figured this out, guys. Hold on 1 second. Because I'm wearing it. Okay, you know what? I think my headphones aren't plugged in. Let's see here. No. You know what? I take a week off and then I don't know what the hell I'm doing. That's part of the problem here. I don't know if it's picking up on my cool purple headphones, but they're not cool if they're not working. You know what I'm saying? All right, so my computer picks up when you move that just fine. I think it's your regular mic. Huh. Yeah, it says it's connected. I don't know. I don't know what is going on. Let's see here. This is what I need. Does that sound any better? Okay. Anyway, we're gonna roll with this, and if it's not as good quality, I apologize. Um, yeah, I think it's just a regular mic. I don't understand why it should be on all the things. But anyway, let's see here, guys. Do, 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 do. Does that sound any better? Let's go back to the discussion. Okay, it's better than it was. Thank you, Mortimer. Hopefully that this will work. So let's see. Do I usually wear my headset? Yeah. Doesn't have a microphone in it though. I always wear my headphones. I don't use headphones with a mic. I always use this one. Um, but yeah, so I'm glad that Johnny and Annie are here because they went with me to Tromathon this past weekend, and it was so super fun. And I had a really great time. It was my second Tromathon. So if you are not familiar, Troma is a film company that has been around for 50 years, started by Lloyd Kaufman, and somebody in the comments can tell me who else. Um, but what was really cool was when you went into the, let's see, going into setting in video and voice and see what it's using as a mic. That's what I did, and it's telling me it's USB to camera. Okay, that's not what it said before.
Is this better? I think I had it on the wrong one, actually. When we first went in to Tromathon, you got this super cool magnet. Do you guys recognize that artwork? Oh, you should. You should recognize this artwork. It's in the, I don't want to take it out of the little thingy, but it is Toxie. Yes, thank you for your patience as I figured out that I was clicking on the wrong freaking setting. This is Toxie as designed by Johnny Necro. It is a horror-adorable of Toxie. You can get your horror-adorables at Fantastic Creations. Awesome, awesome, awesome. And we got, look at this. This is pretty cool too. I had it up on my shelf back there, but I took it out to show you guys because I was so excited, and I flipped through it very gently, but super cool. And so, if you guys know, which most of you know, Johnny and I got to play adult cretins in The Power of Positive Murder, which is a Troma movie, which hopefully we didn't wind up on the cutting room floor of. But we got to play the first adult cretins. And while we were at Tromathon, we got to actually meet and talk to and hang out with these guys who were the cretins, two of the cretins in Class of Newcomb High, Spike and Bozo, I believe. And they were super duper nice. Robert Pritchard and Gary Schneider. Am I saying the right last name? Dang it, I knew it and then I second guessed myself. Yes, Gary Schneider. Okay. I didn't want to say the wrong name. They were so, so sweet. Super nice guys. Had a blast talking with them. Gave Gary the information for my podcast, so maybe he is here tonight. That would be super cool. But I forgot. I bought a poster, Tromathon 25 poster, and had them sign it, and it is sitting on my bureau up in the mountains. I was so afraid that I was going to pack it and it was going to get wrinkled or messed up on the way home. So I was going to pack it last. Packed it last, all right. It's still up there. But they were super duper sweet guys. And it was an honor to meet them. And I hope that we get to see them again. So I just had a few more super cool Troma pictures. That's the one I just showed you. And there's me and Johnny and Annie and Dustin. I don't know if Dustin's joining us tonight, but it's always a pleasure to see him. And it's at the Mahoning Drive-In. So that was the screen showing the movies. It was super cool. And of course, Uncle Lloyd, always a pleasure to say hi to him. He's a sweetheart. Annie! I love this picture. How cute is Annie's dress, everyone? I love it. She looked awesome. And there's Uncle Lloyd again, making Toxic look good. I love it. And yeah, that's our question game. So I didn't want to overload everybody with a million pictures, but I did want to show some from this weekend. So yes, both of the Cretans are answering questions for the Troma article, which is awesome. And Kyler says that's a big VHS. That's what she said. It was really cool. They actually had, I didn't upload it, but they had a throne made out of VHS tapes, and it was super cool. Um, it was funny because it said this was glued together with love, so sit gently at your own risk and don't lean back. So that made me laugh. Like this big old throne of VHS tapes was really cool. Let's see here. Yes. So it was a lot of fun. And we got to film a scene. I don't know if I'm allowed to say for what movie beforehand. And it was really cool getting to see Slink Skull at the tattoo place in Poconos Mountain Wizard Tattoo. Super great tattoo artist. If you were ever in that area, check her out. Get some ink. It was really, really cool. And it was a lot of fun filming that scene beforehand. And then we went to Tromathon and got to see a whole bunch of people that I know through online that's like super cool to meet in person. Like, I feel like I know you, and this is so weird that we've never met in real life before. Like, I love those relationships. And that's what it's going to be like when I finally meet Looney. Good to see you, honey. I'm glad you're here tonight, too. For those of you who don't know, the creator of Metal Earth, Metlerth, Metal Earth. Definitely follow the page, get in on that action. Super cool. And we have Mortimer, of course. Uncle Lloyd is my daddy, but Mortimer is the daddy of the Legend of Bloody Bones, so you got to check that out too. Let's see here. Everybody's just saying, hey, hey, hey. Okay, I am allowed to say what we were filming, Johnny. I wasn't sure. So because you're putting the comment, I'm going to put it up. So we did a scene for Killer Cox just when you thought it was safe to go back in the coop. And it was great. We were one take and done because that's how good we all are. We got it in one take because we rock. That was really fun. So yeah, it's just really cool seeing so many projects, coming together. And I can't wait to see what comes out next. It'll be super cool. And then, so that was Saturday. And then Sunday, my husband and my youngest came up the mountains, and I was expecting Muffy, my chocolate lab, and the three of them come out. And then Dave goes back to the truck and takes out Lexi, my yellow lab, too. I was not expecting her. So that was a humongous, wonderful surprise that both of my doofy dogs were there. Love them. And then we went to Mountain Wizard on Monday and got some ink. It was my youngest's first tattoo. And Dave and I got some too. So super duper cool. Love, love, love getting ink. And like I said, Valentina is fantastic. So check her out. So no spoilers. That's why I didn't want to say. I didn't say anything. Nope. I know how to play this game. But let me know what you've been up to. What did you do this weekend? Did you do anything fun? While we're at it, I'm going to give you all a Tatiana. So if you are new to the show, when anyone says or puts in the comments a Tatiana, that means you either take a drink, take a toke. It can be alcohol, it can be water, it can be whatever you want. But cheers. Yes, that's right, Lizzie. Can't beat puppies and tattoos. 100%. So it was just a really good, oh, good, Kyler. Stay hydrated. But yeah, it was a really big surprise because Lexi is going to be 13 in a couple weeks, and she's getting really bad hip dysplasia. So since the mountain house has steps front and back, and we have to pick her up and carry her, sometimes she stays home with the other kids. But she does love coming up the mountain, so I'm really glad she came because she had a blast. And no bear this time. I don't know if you guys saw. when we were up there a couple weeks ago, Black Bear went walking through, which was really, really cool. So, and Johnny and Annie will be up there this weekend getting more ink. So Annie says getting lots of new ink, and Johnny's getting his Cretans tattoo on Saturday. So that will be super cool. I cannot wait to see that. All right, Luna's drinking water too. Excellent. This is a very hydrated crew tonight. Nothing wrong with that. I'm drinking sparkling water with my vodka, but it's okay. I drank a lot of water today, so it's all about balance. Oh, Annie's finally getting a Horror Adorables tattoo. I cannot wait to see that. That is so awesome. If you guys have any tattoo wish, like, on your wish list of tattoos that you haven't gotten yet, put it in the comments, because I want to see like what kind of tattoos you guys want to get. I'm doing this is the one that I just got Monday. It's still covered, but I have that, and then I have that on this arm so far. So I've decided my right arm's going to be kind of this and that, and then I want my left arm to be my sleeve. So we'll keep posted when I figured out what I want where and everything, because it's kind of like I haven't gotten it started because I'm not 100% sure what I want yet. So in the meantime, I can just have a hodgepodge going on my right arm. Like it. I dig it. Oh, look at Mortimer drinking Powerade. Good on ya. And Kyler's drinking Mountain. Well, you said you were drinking water. Are you drinking Mountain Dew too? Cool. Oh, I'm sorry. Mortimer can't get any more ink because of your condition. You have Sharpies, my friend. You can just keep them going. Make them the last little bit, then make them again. Why not? That'd be kind of fun. Yes, Lizzie, that Phoenix and the jackalope with Phoenix wings is awesome. Let's see here. Luna has a whole Pinterest section of tattoos. I do as well. I understand that. Johnny says, can you guess which character? I don't think you can because it surprised me. What Horror Adorable would Anne be getting? I don't know. Frankenhooker popped into my head because I'd get that one. I love her. But I have no idea. I don't know what it's going to be. But Annie says she's going to be all hodgepodgey. Yes. Looney says, definitely planning on a Metal Earth tramp stamp. I love that. I love that. There's a really cool character named Alicia Rouge. I always call her Rose. Rouge, you might want to get little tramps. That's so funny. And Luna says, oh, just okay. Kyler's just commenting that he loves the Dew. Yeah, I was confused. Like, I thought you were drinking water and now you switched to Mountain Dew. But that's okay. You can Tatiana with whatever. We don't peer pressure here. It is Wednesday, so it's not, it's not like it's a weekend and everybody needs to be drinking. Some of us are just professionals. Just kidding. Oh my goodness. Oh, it's not trauma. Okay. Could it be like Freddy Krueger's mom? Like Mama Krueger? I know you have a Horror Adorable of her, and you guys just like went and got the bottle and all that. Then we're mad at Hooker. Okay, Looney's guessing Pinhead. Mortimer's guessing Doc Brown. That's a good guess. That is actually a really good guess because Johnny was Doc Brown. So that's actually, I like that guess. Luna says just Irish. I do have a little Irish in me, but not enough to claim it for, you know what it is? It's because I've given up, fast food, sugar, cigarettes. I don't do drugs, so I need a vice. That's it. I don't go anywhere. I'm in my house. So it's all good. Let's see. Oh, okay. So Annie says wrong. Let's see. Oh, and Johnny says if anybody guesses, they can get a free gift. Very cool. I love that. So, I'm trying to think what other horror. There's so many. That's what's so funny. Like, it could be like a horror character. It could be. I mean, I guess that's why it's a horror adorable. That was a stupid ass thing to say. Um, Mortimer's guessing Regan. Is that from The Exorcist? Oh, it's one guess per person. Okay, we're getting a lot of rules here. So my guesses are over. So who didn't guess yet? Kyler didn't guess. I don't think Lizzie guessed. Did Mortimer guess? I feel like Mortimer guessed. Yeah, Mortimer just said Regan. Did Luna guess? If you haven't guessed, put your guesses in the comments to win a free gift. You could win if the price is right. That keeps coming up, Annie. I was when she was taking pictures of me next to the big VHS tape, I was like posing and I'm like, I feel like I'm on The Price is Right. Like, you know, how they used to like run their hands along the TV console or like the refrigerator and everything. So I don't know, it's like a Price is Right week. All right, Kyler's guess is Ghostface. Okay, Luna says I didn't, but I'd have to look at a list. You'd have to go to the Horror Adorables page because there's so many. And Lizzie's guessing Jigsaw. So you can always guess somebody in the horror realm. Because I would think if she's getting something else, it would be a more adorable, not a horror adorable. So we can get you on a technicality. Annie's saying no. I'm guessing is that a no to Regan, Ghostface, and Jigsaw? Oh, no. I'm running out of ideas. Well, I'm not too. Let's see. I suppose people can get two guesses, Johnny says. So you can guess again if you were wrong. So it's not Mama Kruger. Who else can I guess? Okay, so Annie said no to all the guesses so far. So guess again. I'm going to say, I'm like looking around for inspiration here. Is there a Beetlejuice horror adorable? I'm going to guess Beetlejuice. I don't even know if there is one. But at this point, I think that there probably is. Waiting to see if it's a correct guess or not. And then you guys get your second guesses in the comments as well. Okay, Kyler's guessing Pennywise. Looney's guessing Gizmo. That's a good one. Okay. Annie says there is a Beetlejuice, but it's a no. So if it's Pennywise or Gizmo, not Gizmo. Okay, that is a good guess. And then Kyler has Pennywise. So we'll see if, and not Pennywise. Okay. Wow. You did pick a good one because none of us can guess. All right. I say we give it 2 more minutes and then you guys have to fess up and let us know what it is. Okay. So Johnny says, I'll give you a hint. One of our famous friends is in the movie, but it is not his character. Well, I already had 2 guesses. But I'm curious if I'm like thinking of the right famous friend, but I don't want to give it away if I'm not. So all right, if anybody has any last guesses of who they think it might be from the horror realm that she is getting tattooed this weekend, put your guesses in the comments. Yeah. Looney says, y'all just nonchalantly running a game show on the side in the comments. See, that's what I love the most about my show is it's completely like off the rails all the time. I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna see where we go. Like tonight, I'm gonna upload some Tromathon pictures. We can talk about Tromathon, and then other than that, we'll just like see where it goes. Okay, Luna can't find a page. Lizzie says Art the Clown. Kyler says, I give up. Johnny's asking if everybody gives up. Luna, just throw a horror person in there so you get a guess, and then we'll see if you're right. Just like any horror character that you can think of. Oh, and Annie says, not Art, he scares me. Yeah, he's a really awesome character. So let's see here. I'm just going to give Luna another second. It's Annie's getting the tattoo. Johnny's going to get a Cretan's tattoo, but Annie's getting a Horror Adorables tattoo. So it would be somebody. Let's see. Oh, geez, you have nightmares of Art and you've never seen the movie. Then don't see the movie. If you're already having nightmares about him, don't see any of the Terrifier movies then, because you will definitely get mega nightmares. Lizzie says, never give up, but when you start, you'll never guess what it is. All right, so Luna, you got a guess? And then we'll see. I want her to guess, and then I'm going to see if I'm right about which famous friend it is. Because I had somebody pop into my head. I actually had two different people pop into my head. But you said it's not their character, so that's why I went to somebody else. So Luna's asking Freddy Krueger. And I'll see if Freddy is their answer. And if not, I'm going to see if I'm right about the actor that we're friends with. Because I know there are Freddy Horror Adorables, but I don't know if that's who Annie would get. Okay, Annie says not Freddy. Okay. Is it somebody from a movie that C. Ernst Harth was in, like one of the 13 Ghosts? Ha! I got the cameo right. Wrong movie. All right, Sam from Trick or Treat. Is that the little like scarecrow guy? Because he's adorable. So cute. Mortimer's last guess is the jackal. So that's not it. Because it's Sam from Trick or Treat. So I have never seen that movie. I know I got to add it to my list. I have so many movies I still need to see. But he's so cute. So yeah, I can't wait to see your tattoo. That is awesome. That is going to be so cool. Let's see here. What else were we talking about? What we got going on this weekend? So we've got tattoos. And then there was something else that I was talking about, and it just fell out of my head. Kyler says, "Love trick or treat." I mean, I'm guessing it's about Halloween and like killing. Other than that, I don't really know anything about it. Okay, and Johnny says the only ghost I've drawn from 13 Ghosts is C. Ernst as the Great Child. Yeah, I didn't know if you've drawn any of the other ones, so that's a super cool one. He's such a great person. If you guys aren't familiar with him, you are. You just don't know you are, because if you go to his IMDb, there's like 200 movies. He's just a sweetheart, wonderful human being, and I'm so glad that I got to talk with him when I did the Frozen Dead interviews. What was it? Hello, brain fart. Necrofiends of the Frozen Dead. I had fiends in my head and I couldn't get any further than that. So if you guys are unfamiliar with that, that was an interview series that I did when it was celebrating 25 years of the Frozen Dead comics, and definitely look them up. It's on my YouTube channel if you haven't seen them. I met so many of you through that because it was such an awesome experience. And thank you again, Johnny, for asking me to do that and trusting me with your project, because it was so much fun. I loved it. Yeah, so what I hate when like I had an idea and then like I blinked and I lost it. I swear that comes with age. It's just like anymore my train crashes. That's it. Crazy Train. We have to talk about Ozzy. We have to talk about Ozzy. my heart is broken. I knew we weren't going to have him much longer, but like I try to just think about how grateful I am that we had him probably 50 years more than we should have. Um, but it was still like, it's sad. So, and I was thinking about Lisa. Hey, I'm sorry, Lisa's here too. I wanted to tell her hi. I'm so glad you're here. Um, yeah, so when I was thinking about Ozzy, I had a couple stories come into my head. So, for those of you who are new to the program, who are not aware, I wrote a book called Everything I Need to Know I Learned in Go Go, and I tell a lot of stories from when I used to work in the bars dancing. And I'm not sure if it made it into the book, but there was a bar that I worked at that was um, more upper upper scale than a lot of the places that I worked. And I remember when I went to audition, I auditioned, and then no, I was right the first time because this did happen during my audition. I went up to the DJ booth and I said, "You know what? I'll make it easy on you. Just play me anything from Ozzy." And he looked at me. He goes, "I don't have any Ozzy." I'm sorry. What? What do you mean you don't have any Ozzy? Are you crazy? So I wound up auditioning to Falling to Pieces by Faith No More instead. But like, and then I brought my own CDs because I danced to so much Ozzy. Like, I remember the one bar that I do talk about in there where you had to bring in your own CDs and put them in the CD changer. Like, I did have to program it. And a lot of the girls couldn't figure out how to program it. So I was kind of like the DJ adjacent because I was programming the CD player for everybody. Like, okay, here's your 3 songs or whatever. It was ridiculous. But I always had a bunch of my Ozzy CDs because always danced to Ozzy. So that it's hard for me to pick my favorite song because so many of them have so much meaning. Like, I had a friend that passed in 97, unfortunately, um, committed suicide. And my dad actually called the payphone in the dressing room to tell me during my shift. And I wound up dancing to See You on the Other Side in memory of her when I found out. Like, I'm getting emotional talking about it, but like, so that song always means a lot to me. Like, there's just so many for so many different reasons. And I was lucky enough to see him live. Um, Ozfest in the end of the 90s. I don't remember what year. I want to say 99, but I'm not 100% sure on that one. Um, but yeah, he definitely had a huge career over many, many, many years. And I'm just very grateful for all of the joy he gave so many of us. So let's see. Luna just said what was my favorite Ozzy song to dance to. I used to, because like No More Tears, I'd do all the time. Um, Perry Mason, I would do all the time. And there was like I would love Tattooed Dancer, or like Devil's Daughter. Even Fire in the Sky, I'd dance to. Like I danced to. I've said in the book, like the one DJ thought he was so funny. He played like the Fat Albert theme, and I danced to it. I said, "You can play the alphabet song. I'll make it sexy, motherfucker." Like, just play me whatever. So, but I was just surprised that he didn't have any Ozzy. Johnny says the media treated him like a satanic piece of garbage, then as a joke. Now they act so sad he is gone. Yep, that's true. That is absolutely true. And I do think a lot of people changed their view of him when the Osbournes came out, and you got to see that side of him. That kind of changed it. Um, but a lot of people did, like you said, made fun of him or whatever, and now are acting like he's, they really cared when they didn't. Um, but a lot of us do. So let's see. Annie's is Ordinary Man with Elton John. I don't think I know that one. I will definitely have to check that out. Uh, Okay, so Luna said top three, and I am like talking about the songs that I used to dance to. I did name a bunch. Mortimer says if I did stripping, I would have danced to No More Tears. Exactly. Yep. Sweet Leaf is a great one. Yes. Kyler says Under the Graveyard. I'm not sure of that one either. I remember my senior year, they wanted to pick a prom song, for our prom song. And yeah, that was, I work at the Department of Redundancy Department. No, they wanted us to pick a prom song, like how you do that, the theme for the prom. So one of my friends and I really tried to get Goodbye to Romance as our song because I mean it fits, senior year and everything like that. And they were like, nah. So we had Boys to Men, something probably End of the Road or Hard to Say Goodbye to Yesterday. But I'm like, come on, but they just heard Ozzy and that was the end of that. But I thought it would have been perfect. Let's see, Lizzie's is Dreamer. Very cool. And Morty loves Kyler's. That is awesome. Johnny says, I want to see you dancing to my music. I want to see that too. I would be all about that. Oh, I'm sorry, Kyler. Kyler's getting teary eyed now. Exactly. Like, that's how you know somebody's music is important because it hits you emotionally, it like gets into your soul. So that's how you know. And oh, he was awesome. Lizzie says, reminds me of Lennon's Imagine. Yep, but I had a funny thing to do with Ozzy because I was trying to think of, like stories. Like I said, I went to Ozfest, and that was the year that Sharon was really sick with cancer because you could tell he was really worried about her with his stage show and everything. Like he was definitely, it was like you do Crazy Train. He's like, crazy, Sharon loves you. That's how it goes. God bless you. Every other line was like that. But he's like, Sharon says hi. She loves you guys, and everything. So, um, I know it was that year when she was battling. But I do remember, because of course, Ozzy was frowned upon in my house growing up. But I did sneak this, guys. This is usually up on that shelf too. Hey, that was pretty cool. Ooh. Um, so this is my pillow of pins from when I was in like, there we go, from when I was in like middle school and high school. So right here is my Ozzy Osbourne pin from probably like 87 to 90. I got it in that time frame. So I had to show off my Ozzy pin. That's on I mean, these things are so old, but I love them. I love them all so much. Some of them are probably going on 40 years old, which is cuckoo bananas. Um, yeah, hey, Paul, I didn't know you were on here. Awesome. He says, I didn't realize how many of his songs I liked until I started a playlist and just listened. And hello. Yes, hello. I'm so glad you're here. That's awesome. And it's true because he had so many songs across so many years and they sound so different. And then there's also like when he was with Coal Chamber and did Shock the Monkey or yes, okay. Mortimer, this is the one I was trying to think of. This was one of my beginning set songs for years. Love, I Just Want You. I was listening to it the other day. I would dance to that over and over and over and over and over and over. I love that song so much. Um, and the whole line about I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired, definitely feel that. So, yeah, that's a great one too. I used to listen to No Rest for the Wicked like on repeat, Crazy Babies, you know, and that had the secret track back when you could do that with physical media. You can't do that with Spotify. Yeah. Put in Green Day secret track because they had that one too. But that was like such a cool thing to find. Like, oh, it's not in the credits, but here it is. I loved it. But he has so many great songs. And with Randy and with Zach, like Jakey Lee, just the different musicians that played with him were so cool too. Um, So that's yes. Okay. Shot in the Dark, Paul, is another one of my favorites. I know I've brought this up before. The video for Shot in the Dark always cracked me up because poor Julie going to the Ozzy concert with her friends thinking it's a regular night. Oh no. Julie gets possessed, gets her big ass hair and her red glowing eyes, and then they're leaving the concert. Guess who they left behind? Frickin' Julie. Her friends suck. They were going home without her. And then they look up on the billboard and, wah, badass, tight little body, big hair, red eyes. Is that Julie? It is her. Are you kidding me right now? If my friends left my ass at a concert after I had been demon possessed, see me on a billboard and just go, is that Sydnee? It is her. Like, no, that's bad friends. That's bad friends. You should never ditch your friends at a concert. What is wrong with you women? That's all I remember from that video. That is so funny. Oh my goodness. So yeah, I had to sorry, I'm getting a message here. Um I had to bring up Ozzy because he is just amazing. Oh, guess who's here? So Severian is here. Got caught on the phone. If you guys are ever bored, I'm going to have So Severian share some of his phone comedy with you. So I'm sure he won't mind me sharing that he likes to answer telemarketers and such and waste as much of their time as possible. What was your name today? Alexander. Um, put it put it in the comments because I'm going to say it wrong. And you spelled it to the telemarketer, which was even funnier. But yes, Close My Eyes Forever, Lisa, is amazing, absolutely amazing. And because I have the mind of a 12-year-old boy, every time she sings, I know I've been so hard on you, I just hear Beavis in my head going, she said hard on, because I'm still a 12-year-old in my brain. I never matured past that point. Yes, Alexander gonna swang and cock. I thought it was gotta swang and cock. Yes, gotta swang and cock. He actually spelled it out to this telemarketer who I think was calling trying to sell electrical services or something. It was hysterical. And just wastes their time as much as possible. I have heard him sing to these people because he records himself doing it. Hysterical. You should like really start a TikTok of these videos, honestly. Hilarious. Oh, it was solar. Okay. Gotcha. But it's so funny, like entertaining. I'm serious. We're going to start you a TikTok channel because I think that that would take off. I think you would go viral with this because you are really, really good at it. I would start laughing. Um, if, if I tried to do that, I would just start cracking up. Is from Lickens Dickens. Yeah, Lickens Dickens. There you go. That's a good question. No, you know where? So, if you're not from this area, there's a town called Horsham, and it's Horsham, Horsham, Pennsylvania. But so Severian was from Horsham and spelled it Whore. And I'm on the phone dying. I'm like, they are freaking writing this down, having absolutely no idea that he's just messing with them so bad. It was so funny. Whoresham. I'm like, oh my God, Horsham. It was so funny. Did you guys ever do that? Do you guys ever prank call people? So, being from the era before caller ID, we used to do this at slumber parties all the time but we were smart because long distance costs extra. We would dial the first three numbers in the exchange and then just like munch all the keys, so you wouldn't know what the last four were, but you knew you were making a local phone call because you didn't want anybody's parents beating your ass for running up their phone bill. But we used to prank call people like all the time because there was no caller ID. And I remember one guy, we got his answering machine and he's like, I'm not home. So all you burglars out there, if you want to come get my TV, come on over. So I leave a message. I'm like, this is the famous burglar Jacques Strap. I am coming for your TV, and then we'd like all start laughing and hang up. But we would we would get people so mad. But nowadays you can't do it. You can't do it, which is probably, not a bad thing. But it was a fun thing to do, and it was always harmless. It wasn't anything mean. Let's see here. So you came up with that right when he asked. That was awesome. Morty says, be awesome Bill from Dawsonville. That's funny. Oh, good night, Kyler. Thank you so much for hopping on. We love you. Take care of yourself, and we will talk to you soon. It says laughing at Lickens Dickens. That's so funny. It says, when I was in high school, I called my mom from my friend's house and said, do you know where your children are? Oh, no. No, it's Facebook. Facebook and YouTube. Let's see here. Okay, hold on one second. Hold on here. I'm looking for something. I'm sorry. Sorry for more technical difficulties. We started the show off with technical difficulties, and now we're getting more technical difficulties. Let's see. I think it's... There we go. Okay. Now I can't even get my computer is all acting up. Let's see. So, oh, geez. Okay, yeah. So Severian says, when I was in high school, I called my mom from my friend's house and said, do you know where your children are? She freaked out and hung up. Yeah, so you can't do that shit. That's just mean. You can't do that. That's terrible. Let's see. Paul says, sucking all the fun out of life these days. Prank calls, bumper snowboarding. What's this world coming to? Yes, exactly. Yeah, so she would have been a fat lot of help if I really was abducted. Oh my God, did you call your mom? That didn't even click. Well, that makes sense then. I'm sorry. Mortimer says, if I'm lucky, my Dickens didn't knock us off Facebook. No, I don't think so. And let me check. That's a good question, though, because sometimes Facebook decides that we're being very tame tonight, by the way. Now it looks like, yeah, I'm still on Facebook. Okay. Yeah, because sometimes we do get knocked off for being, a little too rambunctious. So let's see. Lizzie says, I swear it sounded like you said, now I can't get my cocaine. I misheard computer, I'm assuming. Yes, you did. And I love that after my whole thing about, well, I'm drinking vodka because I gave up cigarettes and fast food and sugar. But you know what? I still have that cocaine, that pesky cocaine habit. No. That's funny. Hey, my sister's joining us. I'm so glad that you are here. Hey, sissy. Thanks for hopping on. All right, yeah, so I'm not talking about cocaine. I'm talking about my computer because I was talking to someone the other day and we were discussing coming on and saying hi. And since it's been a bit, I figured that we can add, everybody knows, Frankie James.
Let's go.
Hello. I think you're muted. I can't hear you.
I'm not muted.
Is your mic muted?
Am I muted? Oh, I shouldn't be muted.
Nope, can't hear you. Try again.
No. Nothing.
Nope. What's going on, dude? My StreamYard's been batty, but it says that you're on my side. Try again.
Check 1, 2.
No, you guys can hear. Oh, you can hear him, Lizzie.
Can anybody hear me?
That's so weird that you guys can hear him and I can't.
Your headset.
It's my head. I'm telling you, this is terrible. This set. Let me see. It's telling me that my headset is connected. but I don't hear anything.
Hi, everybody. It's so great to see the fan base. I know Sid can't hear me, but she can go back and listen to this. So this will actually make it
Okay, I
make
can see you on my.
pretty cool that I'll mention this. So Sid can't hear me.
That's so weird.
Sid has an incredible audience, by the way. Huge fan of what she's got going on. She has done awesome. I'm so from the day one that when we started it some time ago for Learn the Go-Go
Nope,
podcast.
can't hear you.
So glad to see she has an incredible fan base. Incredible fan base. So let's just go around and just throw some comments in there and just let Sid know what an awesome job she's done. That way, and plus she can't hear me, so she doesn't even know what I'm saying. So if we just fill up her comments, just fill them. Fill those comments with how great of a job she's done and having the best former producer of all time. If you've been a part of our shows.
I can't hear anything. I shut these off.
In the first season, then you know. I'm going to let her know that I'm talking to her audience so that she knows now that I'm not talking to her. I'm talking to her audience right now. She definitely has some technical difficulties. I just got done hosting my show, and now I'm coming on here to do some talking, I guess. I was excited for my intro, too. A little change. But no, it's okay, though. It's good. We're all right. We're doing good. I hope everybody's doing great, by the way, too. We'll just wait for her to come back. Anyway, we got some good comments in there. Well done. Make sure you let her know who the best producer was, too, by the way. Reminder. We're looking at the comments. I love looking at them. He's talking shit about you. Looney Dingo, how dare you? Never.
Nope.
She's the only one that can't hear me. Well, that's unfortunate. It's okay. It's all right. I guess I'll exit out. Guys, it was so awesome to be here for a few minutes. She looks a little flustered. Don't worry. She'll be fine. Oh.
Even my computer audio is not working.
Oh, man. Well, that's unfortunate, but it's okay. We'll have to get it going. But you guys enjoy the show. I'm gonna jump back in the comments. I just want to come on and say hi. We just wanted to say hi to each other. But yeah, it was good to see you. I love you all. You guys are incredible, yo.
I'm reading all the comments and cracking up here. Let's see. Yeah, I don't know why my audio is not working at all tonight. This makes sense. No, I see YouTube too. I was just trying to hook up my headphones. Let's see here what I miss. What are you guys saying about me when I can't hear you? Now everybody's saying I can hear him. Mercury is in retrograde, Lizzie, 100%. And I am blaming everything on Mercury being in Cowgirl because this is ridiculous. Let's see here. Yeah, it's like, okay, so StreamYard, I go into settings, right? And I go to audio. And right now it's on speakers, Realtek audio, which is my computer. Okay, so testing the speakers on StreamYard works, but I can't hear when anybody was talking. I don't understand it. Let's see here. What did Looney say? Looney's cracking up. Oh, he's talking shit about you, Sydnee. Oh, thank you, Lizzie. Thank you so much. Yeah, what I did was I set up like 5 minutes before the show. And usually I set up beforehand and test everything out. And so tonight I'm like, it'll be fine. Mercury's in reverse cowgirl, ladies and gentlemen. First, the camera didn't work. Then the mic didn't work. Now the headphones don't work. It's like boop, boop, boop. So sorry about that. But yeah, let's see here. Yeah, let's see. Mortimer says, pro tip for the tube, don't mention a certain book title about a whale. Yeah, we don't want to get kicked off of that. Did somebody make a Moby Dick comment? Dicky Mo. Let's say, oh, thank you, Mortimer. That's so sweet. I appreciate that. Yeah, so I don't understand what's happened. Let me see if he hops back on. Let me see if he messaged me. I don't even know if he did. Because maybe I can just hear through the computer. Because we only have another couple minutes anyway. But yeah, I don't understand what happened. That was so weird. Like, usually, like, I could see if the headphones, the Bluetooth ones weren't working, but these like directly plug right into the computer. And even though I had the right output, I couldn't hear anything. So let's see.
Don't you know? Don't you know? Come on.
I'm like, I could hear you this time. I could hear you before you even said anything.
I was so pumped up for a good intro, just coming in with the pump up and the excitement, and it was flat.
Sorry about that.
Flat.
It's Mercury in retrograde, man. That's what I'm blaming.
I'll take it.
Yeah.
Let's go. Oh, Sid, look.
Hey, yeah.
Like, same screen, just like the old days.
Right.
Let's go. Except for your screen was bigger, and I was a little corner. I was a little corner guy.
That happened like once. No, I'm just kidding.
No, because the other shows I wasn't allowed on because your guest wouldn't let me.
He's never gonna let that go, and that's not what she said.
Should we? So you have a. So you have. I was. So there, real quick. I saw. I'm sure you saw the comments. I was chatting with your audience, kind of just talking about how great of a job you've done and how proud I am of you for from the start and all the way to now and still rocking and rolling with the and it's cool because you do something a little differently than I've seen most people do, and it's just 100% full fan engagement. This is the show for the people.
Absolutely.
This is the show for the people. I don't know who we have in here. The Luna Projects. How are you? I remember the Luna Projects from being in there.
Absolutely.
We still got our loyal listeners, but did a little trauma talk earlier. Is that what you were telling me?
Yeah, we were talking about Tromathon this past weekend, which was awesome. Meeting some Cretans, doing some Cretan meeting.
Saw some pictures. Yeah,
and
it looked a great time.
Got to see Purple Pam and got to buy some of her Toxie's elixir hot sauce, which is amazingly delicious.
The only word I knew. The only word I knew recognized in that was hot sauce.
That's why I said hop on late, because you're not going to get the conversation. You're not.
That's why I came on late. I came on an hour later.
Exactly. Yeah.
So what should we? So I guess we should do a little conversation. Do we tell the story of how it all started? Does everybody know the story and all the? Should we tell some stories? You're muted. You're muted, Sid. You're muted. What's going on with Sid? Sid. What is he? Maybe I need to come back, people. Frankie James. I need to come back and help out. Luna Projects. I'll wait for Sid to put your comment up and I'll answer it. There you go. Good. You're good.
What'd you do? You're like, woo, you're doing my show.
I didn't do anything. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Oh yeah, you're very muffled, but I can hear you. Yeah, we'll stay on after the show, and I'm gonna check. I want to check your audio if that's cool, like the old days.
Yeah, it's tonight. It's just tonight because it's usually fine. So I don't know why I took this up to the mountains and I brought it back home and it's not working.
Sounds like you're on the winter. It's cool. I can hear you. Well, comments checking in. Everybody's
Oh my God, are you freaking kidding me? Now it's telling me my battery's running low and this is plugged in. I'm haunted tonight, guys.
Listen, holy poop.
I'm telling you. All right, Luna said, how did you help her start the podcast? So you tell that story. I'm going to see what the hell's going on with my charger.
All right, put yourself on mute then, if that's okay, so that we don't get into that water noise. So Luna, and good to see you. I've seen you on here often. Love your loyalty. So obviously, I know what question you're asking. You're kind of asking like how to start it more or less. But yeah, me and Luna. I mean, me and Sid. I had her on my show, My Crazy Exes, and after we were done, absolute natural. So I came up with the idea. I guess you guys kind of call me like the co-creator, more or less. And then I went into the producer role for the Learned and Go to podcast. We went this around the show, around the brand and the book. That's kind of how it all started, was, to help with the book and to get the book going, and seeing where it's transpired has been quite interesting, actually, with a lot of different fans and a lot of good support that Sid has had. But that's how we kind of came up with the idea. We did our first season together. She got through her season, and right when the second one was getting ready to start, I just had gotten so busy, and Sid was ready to rock and roll, and she had, she made the decision that she was ready to take it on her own. And we do things like this. We'll do like the pop up every now and then, and I come out and we surprise the crowd with a little episode every now and then, like the originals that we are. And so that's kind of how it started. But I did see your comment, Luna. If Sid puts it up, you did mention another thing about. Thank you. She knew it. See, that's. Well, I want to put that back up. Put that back up. Thank you. So, because I would love to talk to you and get a little advice. Yes, that is totally okay. Sydnee, can you get me in touch?
Of course.
All right. Perfect. Don't waste time. I'm very, very busy, and I will help you. A fan of Sid's and a friend of Sid's is a friend of mine. So yeah, we can absolutely get you going. Just reach out, and we can. I'll jump in the chat and give you my social media.
Do I sound better?
No. It's okay though.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
It's okay. Shit happens.
Yeah. And Luna was there from the beginning. Absolutely. I don't know what's wrong with this tonight. It's pissing me off. It is what it is.
Luna says, look at me. I'm like I'm hosting. Sorry. I feel like we're just.
Okay. Does sound underwater.
You don't have to put that.
Part of your world. Absolutely. Little Mermaid jump.
I've been singing some Disney tunes. I've been singing this one. What is it? Have you ever heard the wolf cry to the cold corn moon?
It's the blue corn moon. It's
the cold. I thought it was the cold corn moon.
Blue corn moon, because Native American corn is blue.
I did. Oh, I've been singing it wrong all along.
Maybe I've been singing it wrong. Let me look it up. Colors of the Wind from Coco.
We're just gonna look it up. Can I get it from his photography? It's like probably not, because I rebranded my company. You can follow me on social media.
Yeah, Blue Corn Moon, I'm correct.
Yeah, Frankie James on Facebook. Give me a follow right now and shoot me a message, because we will not waste time. I will probably even start doing. I do my extra work right around this time, so maybe we'll bring you in the StreamYard after. I'll let you take that one.
Google. I love it.
Is that Farfignugan from Robin Hood Men in Tights?
And I was going to say, isn't Farfignugan the yeah.
That was epic.
Brunhilde jumps on.
One of my favorite movies of all time. One of my favorite parody movies of all time is probably Robin Hood Men in Tights.
Absolutely. Well, everybody in the comments put in your favorite Mel Brooks movie, because the new Spaceballs, they're doing it.
I know, it's actually pretty exciting. And Rick Moranis, how about seeing
Rick Moranis coming back out of retirement?
What a story too. Just like, for the reason that he stepped away, I mean, it doesn't get no better than that. If you're going to step away for a reason, it might as well be that. And he was done. And then to come back, to get him back, I wonder what that conversation was like. Boy, would I like to be a peanut in a peanut chew on that story.
Well, Mel Brooks was probably like, dude, I'm pushing 100. I'm asking you as a favor.
What did you think about my comparison? If I was a peanut in a peanut chew in that room,
that was one I've never heard before. I'll give you that.
Yeah, just made it up.
I figured, yeah. Peanut in a peanut chew.
So we have some people here that are from the beginning. Lunar Project. Why don't you, if you kind of remember, to give us a little conversation going here, some of the old memories of some of the stuff that we maybe stuck out to you from the season 1. And what you don't do kind of seasons anymore, more or less. You just kind of run with it, like per episode now, I guess, right?
Well, this is still technically season 3. However, that's a good segue, because next week I will be here Wednesday, 9 p.m. Eastern on Learn and Go, the podcast, Facebook, and YouTube. But then I will be taking August off.
August off. You're the new season 3, the season 3 finale.
Exactly. So then season 4 will be starting back again in September. So
that probably would have been the episode to come on.
Yeah, well, we play it all by ear here. So
I know. I see the freelance in it. That's why I said it's a little bit different.
It works for me. I'm happy
with it.
So
that's all that matters. And your fan base is like I said, this is a show for the people.
Fan base is the best.
The night is young and you're so beautiful.
I didn't have anything for my sword. I was going.
Oh my god, that was the best part.
That was the best.
That literally was the best part.
I love that movie so much.
It's one of my favorites. It is. Yes. I'm a huge fan. Oh, I'm just looking at some of the comments in here. I'm not used to not being a host anymore.
I know. Well, you just had your show before this one. What do you mean you're not used to being a host?
Because when I'm in StreamYard, I'm the host. When I'm not, so this is the first time that I've done. Well, I was a guest on a show recently, Talking Flyers, and yeah, that's like the last time. I've been itching to bring back the My Crazy Exes so bad.
Yeah, well, you've been focusing mostly on hockey now, right?
Well, with the new brand and stuff like that. So, yeah, but I want something else. That's another reason why I want to come in too, is obviously to see how things were going. But like getting a chance to talk about something other than sports is nice every now and then. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, that's what I was gonna say. You've been like going on between hockey and like all that. So
just hockeying it up.
I would absolutely love to see you and Lizzie do that song, Mortimer. You must support it, because I know it will be amazing. Everything that you guys do just freaking rocks.
So what is wrong with your? So talk about these technical difficulties, if you don't mind. What is going on? I mean, I can hear you. You're still on the water. It doesn't sound great, but I can still hear you. It's just one of those days, huh? Right, the retrograde, man.
Probably. Like Luna's, she had more guests that popped in.
She had more guests that popped in. I don't. Fill me in.
With my computer, you popped on and you fucked up my computer. Is what she
said. Yeah. She could only handle one. Yeah, there's only room for one in here.
For moi, yes. No, I don't seriously. Normally, I set up and I test everything, and tonight I was running late, and everything's plugged in like it usually is. But I'm
push that show out, man. Yep. You're the ruler. You're the queen bee here.
Show up when I say I'm going to. I am very reliable.
I pushed mine to 8:07 today.
Yeah, see, I can't do it. I twitch. I gotta be on time.
Let's go back and talk about that first episode we did. Let's talk about the very, very, very. Let's talk about it because it will give the fan base a little perspective of like how it used to be.
I was in my living room.
You were in your living room.
Yes, you were in my basement
with a friend.
With a dog on top of me. Yeah.
We used to do audio only, so the first episode we did first one was audio only.
I have the video.
Well, you could download the video, but we didn't do live.
No, not live, but I posted the video though.
Yeah. No. Yeah. I'm sure you did.
Yeah.
When did we start
a live stream?
When did we do live? I think the first live episode we did was that with Mark. Shout out! Congratulations, by the way, there, big daddy.
Yes, the first. That actually might have been the first live that we did. Yeah, because my first interview was Artemisia. Frankie's butt hurt because she wanted to just talk to one person.
They don't call the shots. I had to produce the show. I had to make sure things were running smooth, and didn't want me here. And it was like, okay, well,
an amazing interview, and it was my first interview ever.
It was a good interview. That was a great interview, and Sid and I have had some good interviews together, alongside with Mark. But we've also had some not so good interviews.
Oh, I know exactly who you're talking about.
We did an interview one time, and you were like just didn't give us anything. Gave us more off camera than on camera. and it looked like it was just more or less just a way to promote her biz, but besides the discussion. Like we would be like talking about, like, oh man, dude, I remember these these two people wanted to bang me, Sid, and there were two dudes, and I couldn't believe it. So I was thinking about trying it out, and she was like, that reminds me, you should sign up for my subscription. Like,
it wasn't like, even that.
It was irrelevant.
She was like the fish in SpongeBob that blinks.
Oh yeah.
Kind of noise, and then be like, well, what do you think about that? Like trying to get her.
She gave us nothing. It's like you would have thought that she was like on the clock, and it wasn't going to work with us. Not even a little bit.
Right. So Luna's saying this year, I think you're like the first person I've seen this season, but maybe I'm mistaken. So actually, that is incorrect, only because the first episode, So Severian was my guest of this season. I'm almost positive that was season 3.
Yeah, I know that you haven't had many people on. I know that you kind of like, and we talked like about like a couple interviews that I have stuff for you if you want to do them. But yeah, I know your show's for the people. You engage with the people.
Yes, and I do have a couple guests that will be coming on soon, but I might be doing recorded shows that I can play in August since I won't be doing the lives. I'm still getting my plan in order here.
Yeah. Well, and you could rebroadcast your old episodes too. I had the Cancer Warriors tournament shout out for Jason Martinez last week. And I took 2 weeks ago, and last week I took the whole week off. I took no shows, no work, no nothing. Sid, and anybody that knows me, especially Sid, knows me. I'm working. I'm always working. I will go through the night to get things done with the company. So I rebroadcasted 3 episodes last week and took a little breaky. We just came back this week to hit it hard, and we had a good episode today. We talked villains and rivals in the hockey community, and then we plugged our women's hockey event, which I'm excited about. Which I should probably talk to you about as well, because we have some things going on with that, which you should be involved in if you would like to, MMR related. So mind if I plug it? Can I mention it?
No, by the way.
So we have 3 hockey tournaments coming up. Iceworks, and where they're 2 of them are charity based, and then we have our all women's tournament. But not only are we going to be having our tournaments there, but we're also doing some charity. We are partnering up. Chirpin Pucks Media is partnering up with President Steve WMR for the Camp Out for Hunger, where we're going to have donation boxes designated for that tournament at all 3 tournaments to come by, drop off a donation. Maybe get a prize and come check out some hockey. And so we're going to be doing that for 3 tournaments leading into the Camp Out for Hunger. We're going to have the YouTube crew there with us, my good friends. We're going to have that crew there, kind of being the menaces that they are in the stands, and we're going to it's going to be a really cool time. So if you're we'll be announcing more of that stuff. But yeah, if you're in the area in Delco, stop by, drop off a little something. And hopefully have Sid there hanging out with us, with the crew.
Camp Out's back in December this year, or is it November? Do we know yet?
Don't have the official dates yet, but you'll be the first to know.
Cool, yeah, because I was going to say I'm not sure. I'm trying to figure out.
You came down a few days last year. Yeah, you came down a few days last year. You came down what? I think 2 or 3. 2?
Yeah.
2.
Because I came down the first day and then found out Kevin Smith was going to be there, and I came down again.
Yeah. If I may, I'll do a little mention here. When Sid's a fan, Sid's a fan. You cannot take the fan out of Sid. I don't care. It doesn't matter. So I'm doing photos, so I have like a little bit more of an opportunity to kind of like do my thing. So I'm actually with Mr. Kevin Smith, like in the back. So he just was done with his thing, and he left and went right out to where the tents are for the donations. Well, I'm right there with them, like actually conversing, had a good conversation, and Sid's running through like the parking lot, like looking for him. She came up to me and was like, "Oh, have you seen him?" I'm like, "Who? Kevin Smith?" I was like, "Yeah, he was just over there with me." And here she goes, just kind of with me. I'm like, "What are you doing?" She's like, "I want to help me find him." I'm like, "If you would have just came out with me, then I would have just had you finagle your way and brought you in." But I did end up taking an awesome photo of him. And what a great guy. Yeah, it was really, really cool to meet him. Just hearing his story.
And he had somewhere to be. So he went and did that and then came back.
Yep.
To meet everybody.
And to meet everybody. Yeah.
Phenomenal. Yeah, so just an update for Luna. So my episode with Sosa Varian was actually the first one of season 2. So I'll have to see. I know I had Keith from the Red Huntress on. I'm not sure if that was season 3. They're all kind of running together because it's like season 1 was like 8 episodes and season 2 was like 10 and season 3 is like 148. Like I don't know.
Yes.
Like,
I stopped doing the seasons. And now I just do per episode. So now I'm on episode 89 for
oh,
Chirpin Puck. So we're almost at 100. That show's been going 6 years. Yeah, so and with a little bit of break in between. I used to do the seasons and I was like, I'm done. Because I'm not going to take any breaks. There's no breaks. I'm not going to take a break on a podcast.
well,
With
I
not
took a break during the holidays because my nephew was visiting from New Zealand.
Oh yeah,
and
no.
stuff like that. So it was a good natural break to say season 2, season 3.
And that's what I would do.
And then I just have too much fun to take a break.
13 episodes is like what I would like do like the break, and it would be like a month long. But like since we're just have so much happening within the company, like I won't be able to like to really take a break. I mean, days off, like sure, like like if we don't have something going on, I can replay an episode, which is great. But like I stopped doing the season thing, and I just do episodes. I think it looks cooler too.
Yeah, so, let me see if I go to the episode.
If you don't mind, Luna Projects, put your email address if you don't mind, in the comments. If and we don't have to share it, but I can copy and paste it. I'm gonna send you an email right now.
Yeah,
just because of how busy I am, I want to make sure like I give you some advice with whatever you need.
Yeah, I'm trying. Okay, now I'm like.
I like your room, by the way.
Thank you. I love it. It is so fun.
I have to get the studio going.
It is my pole cast room because I have the pole.
I'm at the bar in the basement right now.
I know.
Yes, the bar in the basement.
Exactly where you are.
Oh yeah. You've been here, yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, when I have the lights on, because since my webcam pooped the bed tonight, and I have my computer camera, you can't really see as well. But I have lots of collectibles and posters, and I'm still hanging stuff up, and it's coming together. So that's why I tell people, if you have something that you're working on, a project that I can hang up a poster for, or put a character on a shelf or something to give it some more eyeballs on it, absolutely send it to me. I would love to show off your stuff. We all plug stuff on here because when the tide comes in, all ships rise. So we all are lifting each other up and helping each other out. That is what I'm about. So I appreciate you guys all showing up every Wednesday for this little unscripted fun fest. So let's see. Yes. So Mortimer is letting you know.
Mortimer.
Yes.
You want to read it?
Okay, I didn't know if you were reading it.
Well, I mean, for the yeah.
It says, Frankie, in my upcoming series of films, you will see Sid as Nyx, the goddess of night. I cannot wait.
I like it. I like it.
So
Nyx, the goddess of night. I want a part. I want to be. We were supposed to do something together. See, and I guess I'll throw it out there. Who gives a crap, right? This is a raw show. When we were having the con, when we're supposed to do the con, I was supposed to the thing that never happened. I was supposed to be in a part with James, our good friend James Stokes, shout out, and Johnny, my brother, and everything just fell apart. Everything fell apart, Sid.
It did.
It was so upsetting. It was so upsetting for everybody except Kelly. I just did a show. I just did a show that was rivals and fucking villains. I mean, we're on them. If I can't curse, then tell me. I won't say anything.
Oh no, you can curse.
Okay. Okay.
We don't go cuckoo bananas, but when it comes naturally, you can drop an F-bomb. If you appreciate that. One of my channels in my headphones went out, and I touched nothing.
Yeah, we got some energy around you, Sydney.
I'm gonna sage this room.
It's that damn Kirsten that you know. That bitch.
Yeah.
Your friend.
We're not naming names.
Your close friend.
Yeah. Oh, it just came back. This is why I got the other headphones, because these stopped working.
You gotta get one of these. You gotta get one of these.
The thing is, when you're hearing impaired in one ear and that channel the working one goes out, it sucks. I'm like, I can't hear.
Should I stream this to my audience too? Ooh.
for it.
I'll stream it to my crazy exes. Yeah, holy shit.
Yes, Nyx. Actually, look up the goddess Nyx. She is a badass, and I am so honored to be playing her. Like, she's so, so cool. And I'm so excited to be part of the movies. I cannot wait. So I've had so much fun.
Well, we are officially live on the My Crazy Exes podcast Facebook page, which we have not been live on in over a year. So get ready, everybody.
Hello, everybody. Hello,
Yeah.
hello. I'm gonna
Yeah.
mute this for a sec. I got a cough.
Yeah, Luna, give me your your email address if you don't mind, or I can just get it from Sid. But yeah, I definitely want to reach out. I'm gonna reach out right now. So
Yeah, Luna says, thanks for the light, Sid. I did turn a light on so you could see the purple a little bit better, and then my camera started being stupid again. So you got to see it for a half a second. I'm telling you, I don't know. This is what's going on right now. The ghosts are giving me the freaking finger 11. They're saying, fuck you and your podcast. But
I mean, yeah.
doing it anyway.
Yeah, something's definitely going on.
Seriously, I don't know what, but it's all good.
I want to come check your gear out. You know me, Mister. What's going on with that audio?
I'm telling you, it's just this evening. You know, this isn't working. I'm wondering if, like, here we go. We're gonna have some party lights. I don't know what's going on here.
I don't know what's going on either. I feel like this is the most freelance show I've ever done. It's just actually kind of cool. There's like no pressure.
No, we have no pressure.
Yeah.
Oh yes, I cannot wait to see. Mortimer has another show called Tracks of the Damned.
I want to be on a show.
Check him out. And so he's been working on this mask that is so badass. Mortimer, put the date, time, and everything in the comments so everybody can check you out on Tracks of the Damned.
Can I come observe on site? Just observe.
They're in Texas.
Let's go. Let's go.
Yeah, you go. I'm broke. You can go to Texas.
Nah, dude, we can get down. We can go to a little Texas, dude. We can get down there. That's a write-off. It's a write-off.
Yeah. I'll be going down there when I'm Nyx.
When you're what?
Nyx, the goddess. We just
are you going to Texas?
When it's time to film, I'm sure.
Do you have an agent?
Agent Cody Banks.
That's a show with Zac Efron. Is that a Zac Efron show movie?
I think so. I'm saving the mask so that I can upload it. I'm guessing. Okay, yeah, I was gonna say I'm guessing that I can post it, right? Let's see.
Yeah, I think I'd be a killer agent. I'm a Python, dude. I'm gonna be an agent. I'm gonna start a new business, just be an agent. If anybody's looking for an agent out there, call. I have a good agent name. Ashley Madison. That's my agent name.
Oh yeah, that's a great agent name.
Yeah, absolutely incredible.
Trouble at all.
Why? What do you mean?
Wasn't Ashley Madison that? You know exactly what you're saying.
It's one of my favorite documentaries.
So this is the mask that Mortimer is working on. Tell me how badass this is. That is phenomenal. I love it. That's so cool. You're so talented. I love it. Love it, love it, love it.
We got a shout out here from Luna.
Okay, usually Friday, but sometimes Saturday is with Reapers Underground. He's in Nebraska. Yeah, but Mortimer's in Texas. And
is Mortimer on Reapers? Is he the gentleman that's on Reapers?
Mortimer is one of the hosts on.
I've seen him on there. Mortimer, huge fan of. I'll say this. Some people know my opinion. Very unorthodox show, by the way, but you guys do something that's very different. Huge fan of you. I like what you have to say. You were one of the reasons why I definitely chimed in, and to make sure Sid was safe.
To make sure I was safe.
The show was diabolical, dude. It was like nothing I've ever seen. It was wild. And he's the co-host of the Horror Barbecue.
Yeah.
What's that about?
That's amazing. They talk about horror movies,
the goddamn program,
and stuff like that. Yeah, the goddamn program's on Saturday.
Familiar with that. I want to hear about this Horror Barbecue.
So horror barbecue, they talk about different horror movies every week. And
I
it's
love horror
super
movies.
cool. Yeah, you definitely need to tune in.
I want to come on.
They talk about movies that aren't as mainstream a lot of the time, so it
Okay,
kind
more
of
independent.
introduces you into some other realms, or at least not ones that I've heard of.
Okay.
Really good show. Lizzie says,
Lizzie, thank you so much. I appreciate that compliment, by the way, and that means a lot to me. Friend, thank you. I'm flattered. I'm
that
flattered.
she's
Thank
fond
you.
of Mortimer.
Oh, Mortimer.
Yeah, that's her husband.
Oh, make sure you clip this little audio because that's a blooper. Just like
Frankie's like, thanks, Lizzie. Glad
just
you're talking
taking
about her.
Mortimer's
You
wife,
talking about
apparently.
her
Sorry
husband.
about that, brother.
She's in crackers. Oh my goodness. But yeah, you're going to be on tracks though this week, right, Mortimer? I thought so because you guys are talking about Ozzy, I believe. I'm pretty sure that's what I heard in the scuttlebutt for this week. But yeah, definitely check out all of those programs. Are awesome for sure. And yes, Mortimer is Dusty Bottoms on the goddamn program. That is his name over there.
Luna's a supporter. Luna's a
Oh my
supporter.
god, Luna's awesome.
I gotta get the contact. Where's the contact info? How do I get a hold of Luna Projects?
Awesome. Yeah, and Mortimer says we discuss everything that is horror, be it film or television, anything horror.
Okay.
Very cool. Yeah. So check those shows out. They are super duper cool. And then we have some friends that will be starting some shows soon, so I will definitely be plugging them as well when they are ready to start their own shows. I'm super excited about that. And I can't wait to see what format they take, because that's what I love about all of my friends having so many projects is they're all so different. They're all so personalized to them. And I love that everybody is helping each other out. That's what's so cool. It's the best. For sure.
Let's go. I gotta yeah. I'm excited. I'm excited to and I guess like a little off top of what we were saying, kind of like how you when you had started your show, the conversation that you and I had just when we first met, I've always been the type of person, and Sid knows this, and she's the same type of person, always trying to give help where you can. And Sid and I had met and we exchanged numbers, and then Sid gave me a copy of her book, and then I had a lot going on at that time, and I didn't talk to Sid for a few weeks. We tried to get connected, but we didn't. And Sid reached out to me and says this verbatim: "Hey, did I do something wrong?" Or I can't hit it verbatim, but you had thought that I was like ghosting you because of something I read in your book or whatever it may be. And then we finally got to connect. And I was like, no, I'm so sorry. I think we ended up talking for like over an hour, and that's when I got you scheduled to come on my show. Which I should I should send you that, and maybe you can use that as one of your rebroadcasts, so people can see your very first episode, or even like one of our live ones. Because I don't think you have any. I mean, maybe you have the content. Hopefully you download it all. If not, then I could probably get to you. But those episodes, I still also go back and check some of those out. There was good times, but going back to what I was saying, just about helping people, and this is more or less directed towards like Luna projects. Like one, really cool that you actually asked for help, because I know it's difficult for some people to kind of like get in that vulnerable state of like, hey, I kind of have want to pick your brain a little bit. Most people can't do that, and like they have the vision of like what they want to do, but they not sure how to start or anything like that. So that's cool that you were actually, willing to ask, because it paid off, and you'll be able to get some little guidance or anything I can ask, anything I can do to help. But yeah, that's kind of like, it says the same way, big supporter of the community, and it's reciprocated, obviously, because you have a pretty strong fan base, even though you were
awesome. And she was actually a guest co-host on the goddamn program a couple times, and she kicked ass. She did awesome.
Ass.
So I'm proud of her. She's going to be a tremendous host.
I'm looking forward to it. Yeah. So, and she was already a co-host, so she was like the anchor. She was doing the anchoring. Hosting's fun. Hosting's fun. Yeah, hosting's. I love hosting.
Yep.
And having the good intro.
A lot about a lot of stuff too. So I can't wait to see what she talks about. And I love that Mortimer really wants to do a show telling or hearing people's ghost stories.
Dude, I got the story. I got two crazy stories. I don't know if I want to share them though, because I want to tell them on the show. But I can share one if you want. I'll share one. Shall I share
I
one?
was going to say, go ahead and share one. I would
I'll
love
share
to
one.
hear it. And then Mortimer, we want to talk about this a little bit more because
I'll share one. I'll share
one.
one, and then I'm gonna start the transition now. Me personally, just because I have a little bit of work I got to do.
Jesus.
So I was watching my sister's dog, and where she used to live at. Anybody that's in the Philadelphia area, it's like right off of the Boulevard, South End of the Boulevard. Now, if those of you that remember, and if you remember any of this, what I'm saying, just chime in. There used to be something called the Byberry Mansion. The Byberry Mansion was on the boulevard right of Southampton and the Boulevard. Sid, are you familiar?
I know what you're talking about.
She knows what I'm talking about.
This is in Northeast Philly, right?
Northeast Philadelphia, yeah. So there was a Byberry Mansion.
People from all over the country, they don't know what the road and all that.
So they had knocked those buildings. They had knocked. It was a scene. It was a mental facility. State ran, and they knocked it down. There's still part of it that was up, but they knocked down the huge building, like the big building. And let me tell you something. When you would drive past the boulevard, and you would look out, and all my horror fans out there, you'll know exactly this comparison. It looked like the Texas Chainsaw Massacre house just in the middle of nowhere, like that big house. It was creepy. So a lot of people were not treated right there. So they built these properties on top of them, 55 and over, and then next street over was my sister's. Watching my sister's dog, it was like 2:33 in the morning. My sister is a nurse, so she was like late night shift, and I guess maybe tired. I'm sitting there, and I look down the hall. Here's the living room, the TV, then a long hall going to the bedrooms, and I look down, and I see a figure, white dress, from one room right to the office room, and I was like, "Come on, Rufus, let's go to bed." And I went white. It was the most scary. It was so cool because I'm getting goosebumps. I'm a huge paranormal guy, by the way. Yeah, I'm a kind of a geek when it comes to paranormal. I've done a lockdown before. Absolutely diabolical. I'm a huge nut when it comes to the paranormal and stuff like that. So seeing something like that, I mean, you think they're playing tricks on you because it's like 2:33 in the morning, but it's also something that we like to call the witching hour, which is when all the fun happens. So yeah, that was pretty wild. That was wild.
Also, and did the dog react at all?
No, he was laying with me.
Okay, because a lot of the time, like Muffy sees ghosts, and I know Lexi has as well. So I was wondering if the dog noticed too, because they are sensitive to that.
They are.
They're like people, like some are, some aren't.
Oh yeah, for sure. But yes. With that being said, big shit. Sydney,
that was your first. With that being said.
With that being said, I know we brought it back.
That's how I knew it was you on the radio show the other day. Because I'm like, that sounds like Frankie. And then you went, with that being said, I said, that's fucking Frankie.
Fucking right it is, dude. Let's go. You were one of the first ones to text me when I was on there.
That was so funny. That was hilarious. When I heard you on the radio program, like the morning radio show.
They put me right through too. You can kind of see like when Preston was like looking at the prompter. He was looking. He was like, you know what? I'm going to go to this one. You can see that they probably had put. It was Brandon that was on there. Shout out. And when I mentioned who I was, I told you the story. I said, "Hey, they said 93.3. Who is it?" I said, "Frankie James. What's up?" He said, "James." I'm like, "No, it's Frankie James." "Oh, Frankie, what's going on?" I'm like, "Hey, man, what's going on? I got a story to tell." And they were able to get me right through. And what a diabolical story.
That was hilarious.
Yeah.
Unrelated, but just because you do know people in different things, do you know anybody that can get me a copy of today's Good Day After Show? Fox 29.
Oh, I saw your comment. I saw you post that.
If not, it's cool. I just know.
No, I'm trying to think why. Yeah, because they usually promote things on there and stuff like that, don't they? Like to have like little things to promote on there.
Well, what happened was somebody sent me a message. I'm in the middle of my workout, and I see a message on my phone, and it's from somebody that normally doesn't message me. So I went, "Who's that?" And I see, I just saw your book on the Good Day After Show, and
that's wild.
And
and you can't find it.
My workout. So yeah, I can't find it. It's not online anymore.
Dude, I would be going nuts. I would be like doing. Yeah, I'll look into it for you.
Thank you. Because from what he said, one of the crew members was reading my book and hiding her face. Like
Oh,
And I
we
want to know,
gotta
I want
find
to see
that. Yeah,
it.
dude, we gotta.
Yeah,
You need that, John. That was
I'm
like
so
when
excited.
Fox Good Day used my photos for the red carpet for the Dakota movie. Shout out.
That's
Go see it.
great. Yes, yes. I
Yeah, that was
don't
pretty
know if they
cool.
haven't opened my email yet. I did email them, but they haven't opened it yet. So.
Wonderful. All right,
All
guys.
right. Well, thank you so much for
I
hopping on to say hi. It's always good to see you.
thank you so much, everybody, and it was great to be back on here. You know, like you said, we like to do this every now and then, and what an incredible audience you have. Shout,
They're
like
the best.
seriously,
They are
they are
the
the best.
best. I'm so
My
grateful
content
for
would
all
bore
of
them.
them.
But I'm pumped up. And if there's anything I can ever come back on, and if you guys ever want to do anything, and Luna Projects, I'm going to keep harassing you. If I'm harassing you, to reach out to me, get me. I guess just to end it for my end. Do you have Luna's like email address or anything? Do you have the contact info?
Do I? I don't, but I could get it fairly easily. I feel confident in saying that she would share that with me.
Okay, good. Because yeah, I kept saying to put her email, but maybe she didn't want to, and then she just didn't say anything.
I think she said she sent it to you on Facebook, but I could be wrong.
Oh well, Facebook.
We'll figure it out.
So many.
It's all good.
All right, perfect. I just want to be able to help. All right. Thank you so much, everybody.
For hopping on here. Before you leave, pick a number between 1 and 300.
1 in 300. We got to go with number 59. My ice hockey number.
So,
what's this all about?
We play a game called Pick a Page. And since my book was closer, we're going to do that one, not the naughty book tonight. So when you pick a number between 1 and 300, it's a page number in my book, and I read a paragraph out of it. It's like story hour. So page 59. It worked. In addition to clarifying when I was supposed to be on stage and lessening the numbers of times I got yelled at, it was a riot to see the customers' faces when the DJ announced over the microphone, "Up next, please welcome the very sexy Bob." If you want to know more about that story, you got to get a copy of my book at learnedingogo.com.
Get the book. I've mentioned this before. I finally finished it probably about 6 months ago. That's what we should have did. We have to do a scheduled show. We should do a scheduled show where I come on, and I know you want. I've never given you your feedback. I've maybe said a couple of things. I made the one joke. Speaking about what's that? I think I did. I remember I made the one joke. I don't remember it, but it was more or less me poking, but not poking, but how can I word this? Just fucking word this without sounding like a total weirdo. Let's think here. I love a good live show. Yeah, not gonna be able to word it. It's just gonna come out.
Make sure you sell Luna's comment about you the first season of my show, because they kept giving you crap for not finishing my book.
Did I finish it? It was wild.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you, Luna.
I did like 20 times.
I said, you got to read my book if you didn't read my book yet. And she said, I did like 10 or 20 times.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
That's a true fan. Where's Luna Projects out of?
I'm not sure if she wants me to divulge that. If she does, she can put it in the comments.
That's a good point. The show's so freelance that I'm just everybody just saying.
We try not to dox people, but if they're willing to share, then that's fine.
Coming from the one that just outed the guy who fucking ruined the con.
That's why I'm like, we don't need names.
I guess I'm a little bit more diabolical. Maybe that's why I was a better producer.
Fine. You can be diabolical. That's all good.
Oh,
I would not know who that is. So,
and I got not only did I get her contact info, but I got their name too. Very nice. Wow, beautiful name.
Secret.
Yeah, it's the name of my lovely lady. Actually,
I have to watch that movie again.
All right, I can stay here all night, guys. Thank you so much for having me.
All right, well, thank you for hopping.
We love you to pieces.
Have a great night.
You're doing incredible. Shoot me a text afterwards.
Thank you. I definitely will. We're just going to play a couple more rounds of Pick a Page and go, because it is like way late for me. We usually do an hour show, so we are like kicking butt tonight. This has been a lot of fun. Oh, bye. Cool. So if anybody else wants to pick a number between 1 and 300, we can do a couple more Pick a Pages and then wrap this up. But thank you again for being so patient with all of my technical difficulties tonight. That was just aggravating, especially because I did nothing different. Everything's plugged in the same way and the same outlets and the same everything. It makes no sense except for this room is haunted and Mercury is in retrograde, and that's what it's going to be. I actually have, I don't know if any of you have a similar thing where my body holds too much energy sometimes, and I've actually like touched a light bulb and had it explode, like things like that, or like busted my car radio if like I get too. So I'm kind of wondering if that's it, because I was running late, if I was a little frazzled, and so everything's kind of because of my own personal energy. I don't know. It's more fun to blame it on Mercury. But yeah, so I love you guys. Thank you so much for hopping on. Nobody's going to give me a number, so I am going to wrap this up. It's probably better to just wrap it up the way that this night is gone, but I appreciate every single one of you. Thank you so much for hopping on with me tonight. I will be back next Wednesday, 9 p.m. Eastern, as always. And until then, no matter what life throws at you, make sure you take it head on, because when you think you're hiding from your problems and sticking your head in the sand, you think you're hiding, but the rest of the world just sees a big ass. Love ya.